sussing out your luck, going hard in the paint, and that's how you assert dominance.
Alright guys, so this is a super safe golem deck. You're going to have Goblin Hut and you're going to have Flying Machine for poison bait elements. For air defenses, you're going to have Spear Goblin Hut, you're going to have Flying Machine, and you're going to have Mega Minion. So you're going to do really well against all those balloon cycle decks in the meta. And if your opponent has guards, obviously they're not going to have it in cycle for both the Prince and the Bandit. Overall, we adapted this golem deck to deal with a lot of the graveyard decks. It actually has poison compared to the other golem decks that I'm used to running, and that's why I'm running this golem deck in this meta. Alright guys, we got a game against Bruno. He's tossing out a Mega Minion. So it's probably going to be a golem deck or a giant deck. Giant double Prince. Or Golem Double Prince. Probably something along the lines of that. Yeah, there it is. Prince off to the side. Both of our princes are going to be charging at each other. Actually, his prince did not get the luxury of charging at me. And the Mega Minion is probably going to render my prince useless, but he still responds with the guards regardless. Okay. So since he has a tank deck and I have the Spear Goblin Hut on the field, actually, he has Miner. So he's running the Hunter variation probably. So Hunter, Giant, Prince. I think that's the deck that he's running. With Miner and then Poison, maybe Fireball. So his other card is going to be Hunter, so I want to Poison and zap it. We're going to see what he does though. I'm going to go in for a Poison. Actually, I don't know if I want to zap it just yet. Oh, that was really bad by me. I'm just going to go for Flying Machine. Not worth zapping. It's so far away that it's not worth zapping because the Flying Machine is just going to get that luxury hit off on it. Then I go in for a Bandit as well, and we just apply so much aggression, whereas, I don't know, this is going to be difficult for him to deal with. We're incinerating all the ground units so fast, so maybe we're going to get some Flying Machine pot shots off. Essentially, I had an elixir advantage, so I capitalized on it, converting defense into offense with a golem. I ate a miner because it's really insignificant. It's 500 damage. When I'm running a golem deck, I'm really not about the life with chip damage. I really want to get all my damage with like one push, like with one golem push essentially. I don't really care about anything else. So I'm going to go in for a Prince, and then I'm going to go in for a Mega Minion. It looks really weird dropping a Prince there, but I need to drop the Prince there. Otherwise, my Mega Minion would not win the battle against his. And if that happened, then his Mega Minion locks on my tower, and I lose the game. So that's why I did that. And the Spear Goblin Hut still drew the Giant. Notice that placement. It's very important to do that. So I could go and drop a Bandit if I really want to, which I feel like I will. Him going in for the Poison, as I said before, this deck is all about baiting out the Poison. Since he does that, I have a free Spear Goblin Hut. He can't do anything about it. He still has to like work away on the Spear Goblin Hut damage. It's just so insidious, chipping away on him. I'm going to go in for a Poison, and then I can actually zap that to kill the Hunter and not really care about it. The Prince is just going to make sure that Santa Claus never reaches North Pole, and we're just going to cop the W. Very easy W for sure. And Spear Goblins, they stacked up because he dropped a Giant push, so now he has to respond with units. Whenever you're dropping units against a spawner, it's a very sad time, isn't it? Wow, he just ate all that Prince damage like a snack, or was that Bandit damage? I don't even know, guys. Regardless, I'm going to go in for another Prince. I'm going to go in for another Spear Goblin Hut. We're making him walk quite the odyssey with that, Giant. It's not doing anything. It's going nowhere real fast. I can even go for a Golem at the river. I just don't even care anymore. We're up enough. He might decide to go like a pretty vigorous push on me, but it's not going to matter. He has no way of redirecting that Golem. The Golem just gets on top of the tower. It gets 2 hits, and we win the game. So, good game. Well played, and good luck, sir. I would never advise doing that type of Golem push if they had like a elixir collector, but since he doesn't, it's not very scary. So we're playing against Denham from Nova 2, Germany. We're going to be saucing out the good luck, and we're going to mute him and concentrate in this game. So I don't really want to cycle anything. Everything that I could possibly cycle would be a bad start. If I cycle Prince, he goes opposite lane with Bridge Spam. I'm kind of screwed. If I cycle Mega Minion, he goes opposite lane with Balloon. I'm screwed. So you really want to play defensive and passively at the start. And we're playing against a Pekka Bridge Spam player, so this is not the best way to start off the game, but I'm going to go in for a Golem. We're going to end up missing just about everything besides the Pekka. I'm going to have to go in for a Mega Minion to make sure the Royal Ghost ends up dying. And this is one of the worst possible starts ever, guys. I don't know if we're going to be able to win this, but I'm going to try my hardest. I'm going to go in for a Bandit. And I think the Bandit will dash on top of the Dark Goblin. At least I'm hoping. Please, sir, give it to Daddy. I have simple needs, simple desires. Bandit's going to go dash all over his tower as well. This is a very, very solid player, and he's got a hard counter to me. So I'm going to try my hardest to win this, but it's going to be difficult, man. So I'm going to go in for a Goblin Hut as soon as that locks onto my tower, and then it's going to separate. So I can eat some damage here because it's going to be a 1-0 victory. If I lose a tower to Pekka, I'm screwed. So I have to make sure that I can get some chip damage here and there. So I wonder if he's going to... He's going to go Pekka in front again. That would be a pretty bad play. I doubt it. I think he's a really good player. I don't think he'll make such a frivolous maneuver. Spear Goblins, please. Pekka. I don't know. He's not going to Pekka this. Alright, so he has Electro Wizard. He doesn't have Mega Minion. I think he doesn't have Bats as well, so I can go in for Flying Machine. He's actually going to Pekka that at the river. Wait, so after that Pekka dies, I can go in for a Golem, right? Right? I'm feeling the Golem, boys. Or maybe I go Golem in the back. No, he's going to Bridge Bend me if I go Golem. I'm just going to wait and show. He's going to zap that? Wow, let's go. We're up a lot of Elixir. We're up so much Elixir. I can justifiably drop the Golem. He's going to Bridge Bend off his lane. 100%. Alright, the Prince should penetrate the Batarang and we should be fine here. Not 100% sure, but I want to go in for Flying Machine, kill the Dark Goblin, and I also want to go in the right-hand lane after. We need to DPS down that Pekka pronto, boys. We need to. Simple needs here. High Spear Goblin Hut, and we're going to get some damage. I can go for a Poison. I think that the Electro Wizard dies to that. Well, the Electro Wizard definitely does die. It doesn't get knocked outside. Sometimes you have to be cognizant of, hey, the Electro Wizard is going to get knocked because of the Golem Pushback effect. But it didn't really happen, so I'm happy about that. Spear Goblins are still giving me value. Oh, that was a really good Goblin Gang. I don't know if he meant to do that or if he just knew, like, I don't know. We're not going to... I'm going to mess around too much with it. I have to go for Flying Machine. He's going to get a lot of damage here, unfortunately. This is not good. Okay, so I have to play pretty defensive here. I'm going to go in for Goblin Huts. Yeah, this is not good. Alright, so I want to go in for Bandit. I want to go in for Prince. I want to go in for a Zap. I think the Barbs will bounce back, or no. Oh man, I think I played this really well, but I still lost. It's so hard to win this. So hard to win this. He's a good player too. I'm now at Season 3, the 100. It's a bit confusing for me. Was it for you too? Yeah, dude. Season 3 was terrible. I'm not going to like BS you. That was a really bad season. Would never even advise rewatching it if the next season wasn't so fantastic. The season that I'm on right now is super good, so it was worth. It feels bad. When you have to poison a minion horde. That's why I really dislike going for a pre-zap, so I made a misplay. I went in for a zap on the minion horde preemptively, and I forgot that you could actually have minor, so that's why you never do it. You go in for a zap when the minion horde crosses the river, opposed to dropping it like while it's still on their side of the map, right? I wonder if he's going to have bats or something. Regardless, he just dropped a mortar. There's no way for him to apply any aggression, so I can go in for a golem in the back. You can go like Goblin Gang, but I don't really care about it. I'll just eat an entire Goblin Gang. Oh, you got Pekka. Okay, man. This is not good. We got hard countered here. Hopefully we can win. I'm hoping, boys. I'm really hoping. We go Mega Minion. He's going to go Minion Horde for sure. I don't want to poison this, but I feel like I have to. Do I have to pre-poison the Minion Horde? Ugh. I just zapped again. He's just going to minor it. No, he didn't minor it. I guess he didn't have enough elixir. Okay. Prince is going to charge off, and then we go... Okay, thank God the Prince didn't like bounce back to the minor. If that happened, we lost the game automatically. He went in for a really bad zap. And then the minor is inconsequential. The bandit's going to take the targeting of the tower. Oh my gosh, he still has to respond. Let's go. Alright, so that's a really clean series of interactions. I like that. So waiting to the last possible second to drop the Goblin Hut. He's probably just going to drop a defensive mortar. I feel like he's about that. I'm going to go for poison. I have to. I don't have any other plays, guys. I need chip damage somehow. I'm going to eat that. I can't do anything about the minor. We're getting Spear Goblin chip damage. We're also getting poison chip damage. His minor is 500 damage, though. Feels bad, man. Alright. Gonna go stack Flying Machines. I think that's probably the best play. He's trying to stack as many air units as possible, because he doesn't have a great way of dealing with that, and then his minion horde is inconsequential when that happens, or when it comes down to it. We get more air units on the map, and especially if they stack up behind our tower, right? Or behind our side, so he can't drop a minion horde on top. Bandit, Prince barreling through. I'm going to go in for another Flying Machine. As I said before, double Flying Machine, dual Flying Machine penetration, double the Ceiling Fan, and they got on top of the tower. We're just going to cop the W. Doesn't matter that he's running Pekka. It just doesn't matter. Good game. Well played and good luck. Alright, we're going to go mute this, and then I'm going to go for Goblin Hut. Goblin Hut as a cycling play is usually the best play at the start of the game. He's going to go really hot and heavy with Bridge Spam. Yo, he's going back to Vietnam with Bridge Spam. I don't know why you would Bridge Spam that. Oh, jeez, he's actually dropping everything. This guy has no tame. He has no chill. He can't be tamed, man. Alright, thank God that Bandit didn't dash on me. He didn't get a single hit from that Bridge Spam. We defended the virginity. Super calculated. And unfortunately, we can't cycle anything. So, we got to get ready for him to Bridge Spam me. I really can't do anything, guys. I could go cycle like a Zap, but I think he's going to Bridge Spam me pretty vigorously here. I'm going to wait for bats to spawn, and then I'm going to Zap. Alright, we're fine. We're chilling. No, we're going to eat some damage here. But the counter push is going to be pretty devastating. Sure, you got some damage, bro, but how are you going to deal with the flying machine, the Mega Minion, and the Prince? The Prince counter push is unreal, bro. Oh, you're going to Ice Spirit? Probably. No, you can't kite with Ice Golem anymore. You're just going to get spanked. You're going to get spanked silly, sir. Yeah, when you have to drop a Bataram defensively, it's a sad panda moment if I've ever seen one. Goblin Hut for the win. So what I was going to do is, I was going to cycle a Zap on his tower, or I was just going to chill. If I go in very aggressive against Bridge Spam with a Golem and single elixir, you automatically lose. You have to play super defensive and just either don't drop anything at all and wait until double elixir, or just wait for him to like drop units into the meat grinder of the Spear Goblin Hut, Flying Machine, Prince, and after that, then you can actually have like, you can be pretty confident that you can Bridge Spam, or not Bridge Spam, but you can you have enough elixir that you can justifiably go and drop a Golem. You have to be up elixir to do that, though. Also, when they go and cycle an Inferno Dragon, then you can really just go aggressive with a Golem, because there's absolutely no way that they can ever do anything about that. This is odd that he's running the old Vietnam deck. I wasn't expecting it at all. I'm going to go in for a Poison. That's also another really good play against Bridge Spam. It's completely underrated, because the Night Witch is just going to die to it. And then the bats pop, and then everything just kind of implodes. Sometimes you'll have to go for a Poison and Zap if the Bataram is going to walk out of it, but that's beside the point. It's a really good play in most situations. Also, I'm going to wait again for the bats to spawn, then going for a Bandit Zap. His Bandit's going to go walk towards my Bandit. They're going to be walking towards each other, and then he goes in for a dash towards the Spear Goblin. Rip that Steven, man. That Steven, he made sure my tower wasn't penetrated by the Bandit. The Bandit was not able to steal any HP out of us, and we're just going to be saucing out a Poison and going to collect a W. Good game. Well played, and good luck, sir. That was a really wild throwback to the original Bridge Spam. Oh, he's from the original Vietnam team, dude? I didn't know that. That's whack. That's really whack. Executioner, so he might have Pekka Executioner. Probably, like, what's going to happen. Yeah. I can already, like, tell that we're going to play against the hardest possible counter deck, guys. That's how optimistic I am right now. Every game's going to be against Pekka, and as soon as I see Executioner, it's going to be Pekka Executioner. He doesn't have minions and cycle to drop on top of my Flying Machine either, I believe. I'm not sure, though. We're not allowed. We're not allowed to have good matchups. No one is safe here. Pekka all day, every day, guys. Holy crap. Alright, after seeing Flying Machine, I think it's a Golem deck or something, so I'm not too scared. I'm just going to eat up the Flying Machine and precipitate a huge push behind my Golem. Any supporting units cycled in front of your Golem is inconsequential. They do not matter. So I just ate up that 4 elixir because I wanted to have a much bigger push that he has to deal with. And we got a Pekka player. Okay. Okay. Alright. So I ate up that for no reason. We're not going to be able to break through this, guys. This deck that he's running is literally a Golem deck with Pekka. Someone explain that to me. Okay, I'm going to go in for Prince. I'm going to go in for Bandit. Maybe we'll be able to break through here. I'm not sure. I have to really stockpile a lot. I have to hope that this wins. Okay, maybe we just take tower? Okay. Alright. I can vibe with this. Do you not have... Dude, is he literally running a Golem deck with Pekka and no miner? I think he's doing that. I think he's actually this level of ridiculousness. Supreme ass clownery at its finest. I've never seen a deck this stupid in my life. Like, actually. The worst deck I've ever seen. You can't run this. He has no bridge spam with the Pekka. He's literally running a Golem deck, but swapping out Golem and putting in Pekka. I'm going to go in for a Golem because he can't punish me off his lane. He's not running Mortar with Hog Rider. If he's running Mortar Hog Rider, he could rush off his lane, but since we already saw his win condition, I feel very confident just saucing out the Golem, another Pekka player. Supercell, why you do this? The salt is real, dude. The salt is overwhelming. It's taking over my body. It's salt tag. It's not even SirTag anymore.